YouTube. Look, man, your boy K is back with another banger. You already know what's going on, man. Look, like, comment, subscribe, bro. Look, how does NBA teams actually make money? I was like, bro, how do NBA teams actually make money? Let's find out, bro.
Team costs
Let's
more
find
than the
out.
biggest cruise ship on Earth, and yet every year,
What happened?
did you know that a single NBA team costs more than the biggest cruise ship on Earth? And yet, every year, they spend hundreds of millions of dollars paying their players without somehow going broke. Is this some game that these billionaires like to play? Or is this a secret strategy that they know and you don't? Well, if
Yeah, 'cause it is kind of crazy, but I mean, they got a lot of money. Some of
you
them
guessed
people got
that,
way
you
more money
might
than you
be
think.
right. So today, we're digging into the bank accounts of NBA teams in order to find out the real hidden truth.
You feel me?
Okay, well, if you've ever been to an NBA game, you might have already answered one of the secrets. It's when you buy a ticket. Think about it. You're not the only one
course.
buying a ticket, but over
Them
20,000 more
seats gonna cost
people
you.
are. So if you do the
Them
math,
seats
it adds
gonna
up to
cost
a
you.
lot of money. For example, the Chicago Bulls often led the league in attendance, drawing over 20,000 fans per game on average. Those ticket purchases add up
Chicago Bulls led the league in seat purchases? Who is coming to watch the Bulls? That's nasty work. But let's move on.
very quickly. Just think, if an average ticket costs, let's say $100, 20,000 fans would generate about $2 million from one game. And teams have 41 home games in a regular season, not counting the playoffs. No wonder even a
Ooh,
mid-sized
that's
arena
$82
can
million.
generate tens of millions of dollars a year from tickets alone. But it's not just the ticket price. It's also everything fans spend once they're inside. Teams make money on concessions like popcorn, hot dogs, and drinks, programs, and sometimes parking fees. In fact, taking a family of 4 to an NBA game, buying some of the cheapest tickets, plus parking and snacks, costs about $320 on average.
Ooh, child.
That's a lot of cash for one night out, and a big chunk of it goes to the team and arena. So every game night, the team earns money not only from the people coming through the doors, but also from what those people buy while they're there. Of course, ticket sales can depend on how good the team is and the size of the market, and a team like the New York Knicks can charge premium prices because they play in a huge city and a famous arena. In the
Yeah.
2024-25 season, the Knicks had the most expensive tickets in the NBA, with the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors right behind them. Fans are willing to pay a lot to see those teams, whether for their historic legacy or the star players. And even if a team isn't winning championships, if they have loyal fans
If they
or
got
a
Bron,
big city, ticket revenue remains a crucial and dependable income stream. Still, in today's NBA, tickets are just one slice of the pie. Surprisingly, ticket sales are no longer the biggest moneymaker for teams. That title belongs to something even more far-reaching: media and TV deals. Ever wonder why you can watch NBA games on TV
That's a
almost
fact.
every night? It's because TV networks pay huge money for the rights to broadcast those games. These media rights deals are actually the NBA's largest source of income. In the past,
It's a fact. They be getting paid billions off these motherfucking TV deals, bro. But Scream East be eating off their ass.
networks like ESPN, ABC, and TNT pay
Scream
billions
East.
of
Scream East. What about Scream East, man?
dollars to show games nationally. The last TV deal from 2016 to 2025, in a span of 9 years, paid the
I got a new
NBA
site,
about
though. Y'all ain't heard about that new
$2.66
one.
billion.
Hold on, what?
In a span of 9 years, paid the NBA about $2.66
Ooh.
billion each season to broadcast games. And
Ooh.
starting in 2025, a brand new deal is even bigger. The NBA signed an 11-year, $76 billion agreement with Disney.
11 years, $76 billion, nigga. Nigga, that's almost $7 billion a year. They signed with Disney, NBC, with Amazon Prime. Where does Disney and NBC Universal, Amazon, where they got $76 billion? Hey, I know where they got it at, but I'm just asking, like, golly.
ESPN, ABC, NBC, and Amazon to show games on TV and stream them online. That works out to roughly $6.9 billion per year just from TV and streaming rights.
Ooh, child.
For comparison, a decade or two ago, those numbers were far lower. But live sports are so valuable now
You
that
talking
networks will pay top dollar to air them because games still draw big audiences in real time. This TV money is typically shared across all 30 teams, meaning every franchise
Yeah.
gets a hefty cut. Beyond national broadcasts, many teams also have local TV deals. For example, a team might partner with a regional sports network to televise their games to local fans, bringing in additional millions of dollars per year. The LA Lakers Warriors famously struck a local TV deal worth about $3 billion over 20 years, which is a
What?
while back. And
Time
other
Warner
teams have
Cable?
their own local media deals too.
I didn't know that. See, he give me some damn the Lakers. Well, the Lakers got that money, huh? What they
Combined with the national contracts, these arrangements mean each team gets tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars a year from TV alone. But why are these deals so massive? Because live NBA games are must-watch entertainment. Unlike a TV show that people might DVR and skip commercials, sports happens live. If you don't watch it as it happens, you'll miss the excitement. Advertisers love that, and so do networks. So networks charge high prices for commercials during games, and they can only do that if they secure the rights to show the games in the first place. It's a big cycle. Networks pay the NBA big bucks, the NBA gives them games to air, advertisers pay the networks, and fans get to enjoy the action at home. This is why even if an arena isn't full, the team still makes money, because millions might be watching on screens around the world. To put it in perspective, the NBA's latest media deal of $6.9 billion a year is so large that it alone could average out to over $200 million per team each year. That's more than most teams spend on their players' salaries. Little of a surprise, right? And then that media rights are the financial backbone of the league, but a guaranteed stream of TV money makes owning a team a pretty safe bet. And if you've ever watched an NBA game or visited an arena, you've seen the brand logos everywhere, on the court, on the jerseys, and all around the arena signage.
They be going crazy with these brands, man. They gotta chill out, bro. This ain't the UFC game. What we doing, bro? They might put them bitch on the start of the court.
Are corporate sponsors, and they pay a fortune to be associated with the NBA teams and players. In the 2024-25 season, the NBA as a whole generated a record $1.62 billion from corporate sponsorships. That's money from deals with big companies for things like arena naming rights, official partnerships, and even the small jersey pack logos teams started wearing in recent years. Think of a team like the Golden State Warriors. They play in the Chase Center, named after Chase Bank, which paid for that naming right. Their jerseys have a Rakuten logo patch, a sponsorship deal reportedly worth $20 million per year, and across the leagues,
20 mil to get your name on a Warriors jersey? And somebody trying to go half and half with me? In about 30 years? Dang, niggas pay 20 mil to get on a goddamn Warriors jersey? That's crazy.
Banks and financial companies are the biggest sponsors. They love to put their name on things like arenas or be the official bank of a team. But tech companies, airlines, and soda brands also spend big to get their names in front of fans. When you see a State Farm arena or Crypto.com arena or any arena named after a company, that company is paying the team millions of dollars every year. For instance, the former Staples Center in Los Angeles became Crypto.com Arena in a deal reportedly worth $700 million over 20 years. A huge sponsorship windfall for the Lakers and Clippers who play there, but now they don't. Then there's something called league-wide sponsors. The NBA has deals with companies like Nike for jerseys and apparel, and other major brands. In 2017, Nike took over as the official uniform maker for the NBA, and that deal was originally worth about $1 billion a year to the league.
Nike said, I'm giving y'all $1 billion a year. That is crazy. They getting paid by Nike too? They getting paid by Nike. They getting paid by local team. They getting paid by sponsors. They getting paid by TV. They getting paid by everybody. Get your money then.
It has since been extended for 12 more years at an even higher price. Nike and other apparel sponsors also drive merchandise sales, which we'll cover next. But it's clear that simply having corporate partners brings in a ton of cash. When you attend a game, you might get a giveaway sponsored by a company, like a free t-shirt with a sponsor's logo, or if you see contests during timeouts, like you have to hit a half-court shot to win a car, it's sponsored by a car dealership.
Here we go! 5 G's! Make some noise! We want you to win this! Patrick! Yes! Yes!
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes!
All those are examples of how embedded sponsors are in the NBA experience. But why do companies pay so much? Because the NBA's audience is huge and often young and engaged. A brand that partners with an NBA team gains credibility and visibility. So whether it's branding on the court, a logo on a player's jersey, or being the official beer or phone of the team, companies invest big money, and in return, teams enjoy another steady revenue stream. Fun fact, even international sponsors are jumping in. You might notice on the court or broadcast some logos of companies from China or Europe. That's because the NBA's reach is global, so teams and the league can even sell sponsorships globally. All told, the flashy ads and logos translate into real dollars that help teams balance their books. If you walk into any sporting goods store or browse online, and you'll find NBA jerseys, hats, shoes, and countless other merchandise for sale. Every time a fan buys a team's jersey or a hoodie with the team logo, the team and the league are making money. Merchandising is a key revenue stream,
That's
and it not
crazy,
only
boy.
makes money directly,
They
but it
run
also
that
spreads
bag
the
up.
brand of the team far and wide. For example, the NBA's partnership with Nike means every team's official jerseys and gear are made by Nike, and Nike pays the NBA over $1 billion a year for that privilege. Part of that payment then gets shared with teams, and on top of that, players who have signature shoe deals like LeBron, Kevin Durant, or Giannis also help drive merchandise sales. Both kids and fans want to wear the same shoes or jerseys as the stars. Nike reportedly controls about 90% of the US basketball shoe market, and a lot
Damn, 90%? What about, damn, Nike? No Puma, Adidas, 90%?
of those are NBA player branded shoes, which is a very lucrative business for both Nike and the
see
NBA.
it,
But
though.
it's not just the
You got
big
Bron,
national
Ja,
deals.
Kyrie.
There are some teams that have their own merchandise operations too. At the arena team store or on the team's website, they sell all kinds of gear, from $15 foam fingers to $300 authentic jerseys. On game nights, you'll see fans lined up to buy the newest gear, especially if the team is doing well or a new star player has joined. Those merchandise sales can spike after something exciting, like a championship win. Everyone suddenly wants championship hats and shirts, or a popular player trait. Teams also benefit from global merchandise sales, and the NBA is popular worldwide. You can find Lakers or Bulls jerseys being worn by fans on the streets of Paris, Manila, or Shanghai. When Yao Ming from China played for the Houston Rockets, the Rockets' merchandise sales in China exploded. The NBA capitalizes on this by promoting gear overseas and even running NBA stores in other countries. All of those sales funnel back into the league and the teams through licensing fees. One surprising note, even video games and toys provide merchandising income. The NBA 2K video game series, for example, pays licensing fees to use team names and players. And if you see an action figure of a famous player or a trading card pack, a portion of those sales goes to the league and teams. In short, every jersey, cap, or sneaker sold not only makes a fan happy, but it also makes the team's owner happy, because it's more revenue for them. Merchandise connects
Well,
the
money getting broken down, boy. I'm talking about broken down. Dang, this is kind of interesting,
fans
though.
to
I
the
ain't gonna
team
lie.
and turns fandom into profit, and a popular
Kinda
team
is,
can
but I didn't
generate
know this
huge
actually.
merchandise numbers. But besides all of that, NBA players are among the highest paid athletes in the world. Every team has a roster of around 15 players, and the best players often have contracts paying $30, $40, even $50 million per year. For example, Stephen Curry earns over $50 million in the 2023-24 season, and with such high salaries, you might wonder how teams can afford them. The key to this is salary cap. It's a limit on how much each team can spend on player salaries. The cap is determined by the league revenues from the previous season, and right now, the NBA salary cap is in the ballpark of around $134 million and rising each year,
nigga
with a
Curry
projection
taking
of
away
about
a third of that.
$155 million for 2025-26. Each team must pay their players at least 90% of the cap, and they can't usually go above the cap unless they use certain exceptions. But wait, even after that, NBA teams skyrocket in value from the years to come. Let's look at some crazy examples. Perhaps the most famous one is Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban bought the Mavericks 25 years ago for $285 million.
That was a
At the
steal.
time, the team wasn't even very good, but Cuban, who is a savvy tech billionaire, saw the potential. He spent money to improve the team and the fan experience, and they even won a championship 11 years later. Fast forward to today, Cuban recently sold a majority stake in the Mavericks, valuing the team at around $3.5 billion. But he's not alone, because in 2014, former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer bought the Los Angeles Clippers for $2 billion, a record price at that time. People were shocked. $2 billion for the Clippers, a team with
Nah, he crazy. No, I think he crazy.
no championships and a smaller fan base compared to the Lakers, but Ballmer believed in the NBA's growth, and sure enough, by 2024, the Clippers were valued at about $5.5 billion according to Forbes. Thanks to the overall league growth
That
and
boy
the
made
new
$3
arena Ballmer is building, that's a huge increase in just a decade. Another insane case is the Golden State Warriors. In 2010, Joe Lacob and Peter Guber bought the Warriors for $450 million. Back then, it was considered a high price, but after winning multiple championships, moving to a new arena, and riding the NBA's popularity, the Warriors became the most valuable franchise, and by 2025, estimates put the Warriors' value somewhere between $7 and $9 billion.
Ain't gonna lie, didn't LA sell for 10?
The highest in the league. Just think about that. From under $500 million to potentially near $9 billion in 15
If I'm too old ass man, bro, I'm going. I'm selling that shit, man. 450, y'all done made $9 million basically, bro. Yeah.
years. The owner's initial investment looks
I mean,
tiny
$9 billion.
compared to that current value. And
That's
in
crazy.
the end, an NBA team is more than just a sports team. It's the center of an entertainment empire, part live event, part media content, part fashion brand, part community asset, literally everything you can ask for. The business of basketball is booming because the love of basketball is booming, and as long as people around the world shout "Go Team Go" and shoot hoops in their driveway dreaming of the NBA, the league and its teams will keep finding ways to score big, not just on the court, but on the money side as well. And now you know the playbook of how they do it. So if you, yes, you personally enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like
That's a
and
good
subscribe if you haven't already.
This is a great video. I ain't gonna lie, cause I didn't know some of that, but I knew some of that too as well. But look, like, comment, subscribe. If I want to see more videos like this, man, let me know in the comments. It was a good video. They breaking down that money every which way they can, but they getting paid out here. You feel me? But I'm gonna see y'all next, man. No cap.